Bismillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we'll continue the power and radical function. If you remember, to graph the function, at the first we look at the alaikum salam. We look at the greatest power. If the power is even, then we have two cases. The function is open upward or downward. If the coefficient or the leading coefficient is positive, then the two in the behavior of the function are going up. If the leading coefficient is negative, then the two in the behavior are going down. That's only if the power here is positive number. Is even number. The power now is even, and the coefficient is positive, so you'll find that the function is open upward. If the power here is odd, the power is even, and a is negative, then you will find that the two in the behavior of the function are going down. But if you find that the power here is odd and a is positive, so it will be starting from down, then going up. If the power here is odd and a is negative number, it will be start from up, then going down. Any problem for this one if you remember this one? If any problem?
No.
Why this one has no extreme? Just to go by for this one. Why this one has no extreme?
It's because there's no, because it goes to negative and positive infinity on both sides.
Yes. There is no maximum, absolute maximum, and there is no absolute minimum. There is no absolute maximum and there is no absolute minimum. Type. If you remember when we started graphing, we need to graph number 2. I said I explained number 1, 3, and 5 last time, and you will solve number 2, 4, and 6. But I will start with number 2, then you can continue. Okay? So now f of x, how we can graph this function? I need to know how the graph will be look like, not the exact value for this one. How the graph will be.
It's so odd, so it'll go from up to down.
The graph will be
It's odd. It's odd. Number 1, it's odd. It's mean one of the end behavior is down, one of them will be up.
Up.
But because now, yes, like the cubed one.
The up one will be in the negative quadrant and the down.
So because that's negative, so it will start from up, then going down. Now we need to find the first point that we need to find, which is the domain. What is the domain for this function?
Domain is R.
Domain is R. What is the range?
R.
Also R. Now we need to find the domain and range. We need to find the
inverse.
Just one graph with domain x-intercept and y-intercept. We need to find
x-intercept is 0.
X-intercept will be 0. The graph will intersect the x-axis at the point 0, and it will intersect the y-axis. Y-intercept also equals 0. After that, we need to find the end behavior of the function. How the end behavior?
When the function goes towards negative infinity.
So how we can write this one? We can say that limit when x tends to negative infinity, the function tends to
positive infinity.
Positive infinity equals to positive infinity. And limit when x tends to positive infinity, the function is negative infinity. Then we need to find the function is continuity or discontinuity.
Continuous.
It will be continuous function. And it's increase or decrease.
Decreasing from negative.
Alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, wallahi. Shafi, thanks, Allah. Decreasing, alhamdulillah. Decreasing from negative infinity
to
positive infinity. And there is nothing more. The last one is increasing. And there is no extrema for this one. There is no extrema. Any problem for number 2? Do you remember this one, how we can solve number 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you solve number 2?
It will be same like this, but with more stressed forms, horizontally.
Yes. So can you grab this one?
Yeah.
Graph number 4. I need to not the exact graph. How the graph will be look like. Then we need
It
to
will
write.
look like number 2, but
Yes. We need to write. Yeah. Just solve it and send it to me. Yeah, it's easy. Solve it and send it to me. I need to find, after graphing number 1, we need to graph. Number 2, we need to find domain and range. Number 3, we need to find the end behavior. Number 4, we need to find if that's continuity or discontinuity. Number 5, increase or decrease. That's all. We don't need anything else. Solve number 5 and number 6 and send it to me, please. Number 5 and number 6. Solve number 5. Send it. Number 4 and number 5. Solve number 4. Send it to me. Then after that, solve number 6.
Mister, how do you know for number 6 if it's just decreasing or increasing?
If you need to read any graph, start from left to right. Put your finger on the graph, then check you are going up or going down. That's all.
It's going up and down at the same time.
How come going up at the time? Going up, suppose that we have a problem. Suppose that we have a problem. It's going from up to down. It's decrease at this part.
Yeah.
Decreasing at part, then increasing to the other part. So say suppose that this part is opposite to 1 at the graph. So it will be decreasing from negative infinity to 1. Both of them are open. Then increase from 1 to positive infinity. Suppose that I'm talking about the problem.
Yeah.
Like this one. You see, number 1, this one. It's decreasing because we have a problem. Decreasing from negative infinity to 0. Then increase from 0 to positive infinity. Malum?
No.
Okay.
Which one? 5.
Number 5 and number 6. There is a difference.
Number 5. Oh no, the coefficient of number 5 is positive, whereas in
Leave the coefficient now. Leave the coefficient for both of them is 1. The first one is x to the power negative 2. Now I'm solving for the coefficient equals 1. If the coefficient is equals x power 2 now, x power negative 2. So we will write it as 1 over x power 2. Is it right?
Yeah.
And the second one is x to the power negative 5. So we will write it as 1 over x power 5.
Yeah.
Okay. By using substitution, if you use here any negative number, suppose that now we have the graph as negative, then 0, then positive number. Can you use 0 for this one? Can you use 0?
No.
Number 1? No. So we'll use only the negative and the positive. Choose any negative number. Any negative number.
Negative 3.
Power 2?
Negative 6? No, 6.
No. Negative 3 times negative 3 equals?
Oh, 9. 9.
So when x is negative, x, any negative number, y will be?
Positive?
Choose any negative. Choose any negative. Negative 1 to the power 2, positive 1. Negative 2 to the power 2, positive 4. Negative 3 to the power 2. The power 2 cancel the negative. So the answer will be positive. So the left part, the graph will be like that. And if you choose any positive value for x, the answer will be also positive. So the graph will be like that. That's the first one. But for the second one, choose any negative number.
Negative 5.
Make it to the power odd, to odd power.
It will still be a negative 5. Negative 25.
You get the difference now?
Yes.
Okay. So the parent function, I'm solving about this one, not this one. There is no question here. I'm solving about this one. Then you can find the difference. Halas?
Yeah.
Because you have a negative, then you have a reflection. I'm solving this one, the parent function. When I'm explaining any function, I'm explaining to the parent function. If you understand it, then follow the transformation. خلاص.
Okay.
So if you choose any negative number, you will find that the graph will be, just 1 minute, by this way. That's the graph. And that will be the graph. That's right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if the power
I
now...
wrote that, wipes it off because they didn't seem... yeah. Okay.
You understand it? Now can you solve this one, number 6?
Yeah, sure.
Solve number 6. Check number 6. طيب عمرو عرب ماشي في mistake في الاند behavior يا عمرو عرب في mistake في mistake في الاند behavior ماشي في mistake صغيرة كده اشرح. طيب في يوسف
Is it because it's not a polynomial?
That's not polynomial.
Yeah.
Because x is written at denominator. Type. Look at number 6, please. Look at number 6, please. We can solve it. Bismillah, we can go back. Number 6. How the graph will be look like for number 6. All what we have to do just, that is the coordinate. I said that will be the reciprocal functions because it will be f of x equal -3 over 4x to the power 5. You understand?
It would be 2 on opposite sides, right?
Sorry?
It would be like 2 lines on opposite sides.
If you have here, just for the reciprocal function, again for this one, you have a reciprocal function which is 1 over x. 1 over x to the power n. 1 over x to the power n. Now we have 2 cases. I'll explain this one in a new page. Just 1 minute. Now you have the function. If you remember this one, when I say that f of x equals ax to the power n, we said if n is even, we have 2 cases. If a is positive number or greater than 0, or a is smaller than 0. How you will find the graph for the first one? You will find that the 2 in the behavior are going up. But for the second one, the 2 in the behavior are going down. Any problem for this one? You remember this one?
Yes, no problem.
Okay. When n is odd number, so you will find that if a is greater than 0, you will find that the graph is going from down, then going up, and a is smaller than 0, so it will be from up to down. That's if you have a to the power times x to the power n. But what if we have f of x equals a over x to the power n? A, whatever the coefficient that we have. So now we have 2 cases now. The first one, if n is even number. If n is even number and a is positive or a is negative.
Okay.
If a is positive, you will find that the graph will be, that is the graph, you will find that the 2 sides of the parabola by this way. Because if you choose any value here, suppose that I'm say 1 over n to the power 2, sorry, x to the power 2. If you choose any negative value for x, with the power 2, with power 2 or power 4 or power 6, the even power will remove the negative. So all of the answers that you will find, yeah, Shabab, if you are not using the mic, please. If you are not using the mic, if you are on the bed and with us, please close your mic. خلاص؟ 100 Alhamdulillah. Type. If you use any value for x and this value is negative value, so you'll find that the answer will be positive. So if you choose any value here for x, suppose that we have any ordered pair negative, the answer will be positive. So what is the meaning of negative and positive? Negative and positive at the second quadrant. But if you choose any positive value for x, you will find that the answer of y will be also positive. That means it lies at the first quadrant, that lies at the second, that lies at the first quadrant. You understand this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Suppose that a is negative. A is negative, all what you have will find that you will find that the graph is, there is a reflection here. يا شباب يعني ايش هذا؟ لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم. Now, if n is odd, you will find that we have two cases. A is greater than 0 and A is smaller than 0. If A is greater than 0, the normal way, if you choose any value, so put that I'm saying 1 over x to the power 1, power 1, power 3, power 5, power 7, where n is odd number. If you choose any negative value for x, what is the value for the y? Negative. 1 over negative equals positive or negative?
Positive.
1 over negative. Positive divided by negative is negative.
Oh, yeah.
So negative and negative lies at the third quadrant. If you choose any positive value for x, positive divided by positive equals positive.
Yeah.
Because whatever the odd power here, if you have n here is odd number. N is odd number. So the odd number keep the sign. The even number remove the negative. Convert to the number. If the number is negative, it will be positive. If the number is positive, it's still positive. But if the power is odd, if the number is positive, it will be positive. If the number is negative, it will be negative. You understand this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I choose any positive value, you'll find that the answer will be positive. Its mean lies at the first quadrant. So the graph of the parabola will be like that. The graph of the curve will be like that. But if the answer now, if A less than 0, you will find that. Because negative, suppose we have negative 1 over x. If you choose any negative value, negative divided by negative
Will be positive.
will be positive. That lies at the second. If x is positive, so positive, negative divided by positive equal negative. So positive and negative lies at the fourth quadrant. So the solution, the graph now would be lies at the second and the fourth quadrant. معلوم ولا ما في معلوم? Is there any problem for this one?
No.
No.
Can you go up a bit?
Zoom or just going up?
No. That's it.
خلاص? Okay. Any problem for this one?
No.
Okay. So how the graph for this one be look like? Because now we have A is negative. A is negative number. And N is odd. N is odd, it's mean the normal lies at the first and at the third. But because A is negative, it will be at the second and at
Second and the fourth.
the fourth.
Okay.
Okay?
Limit
Now for the domain. The domain is all values except 0. Any problem for the domain? I know that all of you solved the domain. Domain. Any problem for the domain are different the set of 0. And also the range will be the same.
Yeah.
You will find all of the answer except 0. After that, the x-intercept, the graph will never intersect the x-axis and the y-axis. There is no x and y intercept.
Yeah.
Now for the limit, how we can read the limit. At the first, we have two different graphs. That is the first one, and that is the second one. خلاص? From the left part, that's graph number 1. So I will write only number 1, the limit for number 1. Limit. When x is going to negative infinity. Then the function is going to approach to zero.
Negative infinity.
No?
0, right? Yeah.
0. You will find that the graph is close to be
0.
What is the meaning of a line of asymptote? The line of asymptote,
It
that
means
the curve will be moving with a line but will never intersect. This line is 0. 0.
Yeah.
You understand
Okay.
that? So you'll
Yes.
find that f of x equals 0. But at the right side, you will find that the graph is going close to be all of the values of x that you use as negative number and close to be 0. But it's not 0. Because there is a vertical line of asymptote here. You remember the
Yes.
vertical line of asymptote and the horizontal line?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the line of asymptote? The line of asymptote now will be 0. So
Yes.
x equals 0. That's the vertical line of asymptote. So you'll find that. What is the horizontal line of asymptote?
0.
Y equals
Horizontal,
0.
the horizontal line of asymptote y equals 0. That's what is the meaning of y? The value of the
So,
function. You will
yes.
find that the value of the function is close to be 0. You understand it? Again,
Yeah.
for this one, what is the vertical line of asymptote?
X
Yeah.
equals 0.
X, that's the vertical line. So when x limit, when x
goes to
tends
0.
to approach to be 0, the function is going up, increasing
Positive
by
infinity.
by the value when x approach to be 0, the value of the function will increase. So it will be going to positive infinity. The second part here. Now at the left part, what will happen? Because this is the vertical line of asymptote, so it will be closest to be 0 from left and close to be 0 from right. So the left side for the graph number 2. The left side for the graph number 2. Limit when x is approached to be 0, the function is going down to negative infinite. But for the second end behavior, limit when x is approached to be, that is the horizontal line. You will repeat the horizontal line twice and repeat the vertical line twice. So when x is approached to be, so positive infinite, the function
is approaching to
is
0.
0. خلاص? You understand this one? Type. Now about increasing and decreasing. I will read graph by graph. The first one. That's the first one. I'm starting from left, then going to the right. You will find what will happen by increasing the value of x. What will happen to the value of y? You will find that also the value of both of them are increased. Increasing x, the y will increase also. It's mean now we have increase at the interval from negative infinity to 0. Again, the second part of the graph. If I'm starting from here and going to the right, the graph also is going up. By increasing, if you choose any value of x and you choose the next number, you will find that the answer is increase. You understand it? Huh? Any problem for this one?
No.
You understand why this one is increased?
No.
No?
Yes, I understand.
You didn't understand, Sultan? Sultan? Wallahi, if anyone asks me, please keep the mic on. If you want to sleep, خلاص, go sleep. Don't ask me.
No. I never said that I wanted to sleep. I just.
طيب, you just asked me. I said no. No what? By the way, you are staying in Habibi. Which part that you didn't understand? One question. I will give you one statement. You are staying at your home, and I'm staying in my home. There is a space between you. By the way, I'm in Egypt. You are in Saudi Arabia. You know? There is a distance between us. So I don't know where are you? What you are doing, what you understand, what you didn't understand. So please, don't say I don't.
Okay.
Don't say I don't understand. Just say I don't understand this point, and I will explain it. خلاص? Which part that you didn't understand?
Point.
The increase.
The first point that is about a equals x to the power of n. How do we do it again?
This one?
Yes.
You can go back to the video because at this part we finish it.
Okay.
Just focus when we are solving. Type number 7, please. So solve number 7, please. Number 7. Then send it to me.